everyone, this is Ellen from A Thousand Splendid Books, and today I'm going to give you my review of Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. This is an adult high fantasy novel and it surrounds the tale of these magical ships and pirates and essentially trying to survive in this kind of world where slavery is just being introduced. And it's about this little town called Bingtown, where basically these traders are having to survive in quite a hard economic world, and they have these magical ships which can talk and have like minds of their own. So this is quite like Game of Thrones in that it follows a set of different characters. So one of them is called Althea. She is the daughter of one of the old traders in Bingtown, and it's about her surviving and proving to her family members that she is worthy of running a live ship, as they're called. And it also follows the tale of her nephew called Wintro, as he survives quite this really horrible life that he finds himself in. He wanted to be a priest and then he ends up basically becoming a sailor because of his father's influence. And it's about him finding out who he is and how he fits into this new world. And it's also about this pirate called Kennet, who is basically trying to get a live ship of his own and become king of all pirates. I can't really go into it too much because, as you can see, it's quite a big book. It's almost 900 pages long. A lot of stuff happens in it. I gave this novel 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it was such a fascinating, magical read. I felt like this was even stronger than perhaps The Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first novel in her Farseer trilogy. This is set in the same world, I believe, but a completely different place, and none of the characters kind of touch upon what happens in Assassin's Apprentice, but there are different things in there that kind of mix in with that. And I absolutely loved this story. I felt like it just took me away completely, blew my mind. It was a big chunk of a read and it was quite a bit of dedication. All of the books in this trilogy are around about 900 pages each, so it is quite an undertaking, but it's definitely worth it. I felt like this is one of the most fantastic fantasy novels I've read since Mistborn trilogy, and I absolutely fell in love with that. I feel like Robin Hobb's writing is even stronger in this one. I feel like her world building is just even better. Her characters are far more developed. She managed to keep track of all of these plots and storylines without the reader becoming too confused, which is really hard to do. And there's so much action in this, there's so much magic, there's so much danger, and like just everything you could ever want. And of course there's pirates in here, and who doesn't love a bit of pirates when they're reading? So I would definitely recommend this novel, especially if you love high fantasy and you love well written high fantasy. If you like Mistborn or you like Game of Thrones, you might like this series as well, so if that's kind of something you're interested in, I definitely recommend this. You don't have to read the Farseer trilogy in order to understand what happens in this novel, and it was by far one of the strongest reads of this year, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Thanks so much for watching this review, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read any Robin Hobb novels or want to recommend me any high fantasy novels, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and I shall see you guys around later. Bye!